Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited because in today's video we are going to completely redo the entire plant background that you see before me. So every single video from this one forward is going to have an entirely new layout. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so this is the current setup I have. This is what you guys are most familiar with seeing. As you can tell, it is super cluttered. There are plants on the floor, my little table is full of plants, and clearly a solution needs to be made so that I can maximize my space. I had been hunting for a shelf that fit the requirements of what I was looking for. I wanted something kind of wide and had multiple shelves to it with enough height difference between each shelf layer. I was able to find one on a website. I'll link to it in my description box down below. I found it surprisingly difficult actually though to find a shelf that wasn't super tall that it would block the window but still had enough space and surface area to make this transition worthwhile. The shelf itself was freakishly easy to install. It was a total breeze and I loved it. Alrighty, so the shelf is all done. Now we are gonna work on transferring all the different plants onto here. And before I continue, for those of you who don't know, I am pregnant. I am currently in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, so that is why I look even more bubbly than normal. The baby is super healthy, super happy, and likes to make a point to wiggle vigorously whenever they see fit. They also respond very well to chicken pho, or at least that's what I tell Ryan, but it may or may not be my secret ploy to make sure that I get chicken pho. Because yum! This rearranging has now turned into a total cleaning session. So we're cleaning this window that is notorious for having doggy noses smushed up against it, as you can see right there, because I always call it the dog's TV. When they look outside and they get so focused and so excited they smush their faces against it, and it's kind of hysterical. So we're cleaning the dog's TV. Look at that. I found the whole process of actually adding this new shelf to be fantastic because it really allowed me to reassess where I was putting my plants, how they were doing in their current location, and also just see how they were all doing, do a major checkup on them. I'm usually the type of person to put a plant in a spot and not really fuss with it too much. But honestly, I enjoyed this whole experience so much and I found so much value in rearranging them and checking up on them so intensely that I'm pretty sure I'm going to rearrange the opposing wall, which is kind of like where you see that split leaf monstera poking out. Right along there, I have a ton more plants that honestly probably got very jealous with all the attention going to these other guys, so gotta keep it equal. I don't want the two of these sides throwing, mealy bugs back and forth at each other take that, no you take that, you know what I mean? So if you're interested in seeing a part 2 to this idea, please let me know in the form of a big ol' thumbs up as well as a comment down below because it really helps me be like, people responded well to this video, therefore I should do it again, And yes, you are correct that a couple seconds ago I did attempt to do a little fast-forwarded boogie dance. It's very exciting. Alright, so we're going to take a quick break from here. The next time you see this room, everything's going to be where it's meant to be. Yay! Drum roll, please. Ta-da! I know, it's almost as majestic as my editing skills. Honestly though, I could not be happier with it. I was amazed with how much more space I had. I literally had an entire empty shelf full of possible new plants to occupy it. Plus, I found out a new way to hang my monstera vining plant, which is always very exciting because I love it very, very much. Eventually, it could very well take over my house and I would not complain. I also moved my beloved fiddle leaf over into this corner instead of the mass corn plant so it could get more sun because it was constantly reaching for some. Plus I went around and dusted off every single leaf of my plants to make sure they're sparkly clean and happy and replaced every plastic liner with a thicker, higher rimmed one, so all my plantaroonies were very happy about this. Except for maybe the plants on the other side. Sorry guys, I'll get to you. Just don't start some sort of a revolution about this. I don't need any buggy warfare. I'm kind of afraid I'm gonna come home to like a cannonball machine full of spider mites pew-pewing back and forth. Or like the humidifier cranked up super high trying to make the plants sweat it out. In any case, this is my new setup. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future videos that I make. Bye!